Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so mad right now because I shot an amazing, very articulate video, but it was horizontal. Or this is horizontal, I don't know. But it was like this. But I know that for YouTube it needed to be like this. And now I'm having to remake it again. Anyway. And another very cool fact is that I am holding this phone on a pineapple, like in front of a pineapple, which is super amusing to me. I'm gonna put a picture. Anyway, let's carry on. I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve and we've all come to the new year with great energy. I definitely have. For New Year's Eve, I went downstairs. Since my mom works in ONGC, there was a society function that was happening, and they got this band. And it seemed like, I grew up in this place called Dehradun, and it was a small town. And the functions that used to happen, they were really small, and like people from officers background, all those families would come and we would just hang out together, and it used to be a great feeling. And then I moved to Mumbai, and it's been, it's been about 14 years in Mumbai, and I never had that feeling back here. But when I went to this function, it was exactly like how it was in Dehradun, and I realized that even when things moved on and I moved to a different kind of a world, this stuff still happens. So that was a good feeling for me. I hope you guys had a good New Year's Eve as well. Let me know in the comments what you guys did. Anyway, now what I wanted to talk to you guys about is something that I have been practicing lately, which has made a huge difference in my life. And the videos I make are very infrequent, and that's only because I make videos when I really feel the inspiration to talk about something. So here it is. I've been reading this book. It's called Letting Go, and it's by David R. Hawkins, The Pathway of Surrender. And he's also made this book called Power versus Force. And guys, you have to, if you're a reader, if you're into self-help, or if you're into any spiritual content, you have to check out David R. Hawkins, because he is the real deal, guys. I've read so many books, I cannot count the number of books I've read, but he is the real deal. Anyway, so moving on, I've only read about this much, all right? So it's almost half. I would like to believe it's half, but it's almost half. And it's been about 10 days that I've been reading this, and the amount of changes I have felt in my own personal makeup, my mindset have been immeasurable, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to tell you about this. So what I want you to focus on is, there are times when you get triggered. Right now in the world of social media, everyone's getting triggered. Being triggered is a new thing. I don't want to put shade on people who get triggered or being triggered. It's a very real thing. But at the same time, honestly, sometimes I feel that people get triggered about all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, how you manage the trigger is super important. And this book talks about exactly that, how to manage the trigger so it does not end up becoming a political issue, which it has started becoming, but it becomes like a way to heal your own self, so that your triggers lessen with time and you improve your relationship with yourself. Because instead of externalizing your triggers and making it about the world and how the world is wrong and you're a victim, make it about what message is this giving you and how you can use this to your own advantage. So, okay. So what this book talks about is that there are these levels of consciousness, all right? So every emotion is associated with a certain frequency and vibration. At the lowest point, lowest frequency is shame. And then right above it is guilt. And then there is anger, apathy, grief, and these lower emotions which make you feel heavy, which really don't feel good to us. And then as you elevate, then better feelings come, like courage, feeling neutral, desire. I think desire is also somewhere in the middle, or towards desire is not supposed to be a good thing, is what I learned actually. I think desire, according to me, was something that has to be there if you want to get somewhere in life. But desire is not supposedly a very high elevated emotion. Anyway, so then you reach happiness, joy, and ultimately love. And uske bhi upar there is enlightenment, which is not available to us mere mortals. And people say that humans are not really in that realm. They can't easily access enlightenment, so I'm not even gonna try. All right, let people who go to forests and live their lives in caves, try for enlightenment. I want to have a good time being a human being and like go on vacations and be mischievous at times, and that's fine with me. I can give myself that much leeway. Anyway, moving on. So the point of triggers is, so why triggers are important? Triggers are important because when you feel something come up within you, it's usually not much to do with the present moment. We all know when we're out with our friends and somebody says something and somebody gets super triggered, and most of us are just confused as to what happened. I mean, to us, seemingly does not seem like a big deal for that person to get so affected by something that was being said. But to that person, it probably targeted something, it probably brought up something that happened when they were 11 years old, when they were 8 years old, and they themselves don't know what it's about. And I think in such a situation, it's very, very important for the people around to not criticize them or shame them about it or make them feel stupid about it, because we're all humans. We all don't know what's really going on in a subconscious mind some of the times, because there's so much that is repressed that we had to repress because there was no way of dealing with it. People around us were not equipped to know what to do with that. And we're not everyone's super lucky. Not everyone's like born with psychologists as parents, and even people who are born with psychologists as parents have their own set of twisted issues that we can't relate with, right? Anyway, the point is there should be no judgment about it, and moreover, even if there is judgment about it around you, you yourself need to not judge yourself and let it come and let it happen. All right, there's a song "Let It Happen" by Tame Impala. I love that. If you guys have heard that song, like the video. Anyway, so let it happen, hold it, right? You don't have to go into a victim mindset. Sometimes you feel that it's so yucky, the feelings are so bad that you start judging yourself. You're like, oh my god, am I sane? Am I going insane? No, you're not going insane. You're a human being, and these feelings are inside you, and these feelings are trying to get outside of you. They're done being inside you. They want you to go higher, because that is what you're supposed to be. Like when you were born, you were up there. Your consciousness was totally up there. You were love, right? Because you look at a child, do you think a child feels any guilt, any shame? No, a child is just being a child. So you got programmed and then you went down, right? So your inner being wants you to go high. So that is what it's always trying to do. That is a law of nature, right? So let it go, let it happen, let it come up, and slowly it will start leaving you, all right? And you will feel lighter. It might take 15 minutes, it might take half an hour, but the most important thing is to observe it and to not engage with it, to not start overthinking. Don't use your thoughts, just use your sensations. I mean, sensations are already going to be engaged with the feelings that are coming up, so just don't do anything, just contain it. And this will not be something that is going to happen just once. Healing is not linear. Sometimes you feel all the emotions and they leave you, but it might happen that a couple of weeks down the line you're again feeling the same stuff, but that doesn't mean that the previous one did not work. It just means there is more to be released, and you gotta have patience for yourself, because if you don't have patience for yourself, you're never going to have patience for your significant other, your family, anything else. You know, it all starts from within. So that's really important for you to have patience and trust the process. Trust that there are certain laws of nature. They are meant to heal you, they're meant to serve your highest good. So just go with it. Anyway, this is all for this video, and it was a bit longer than my other videos, but I'm super happy with all the stuff I was able to talk about. And let me know if you want to get on a call with me. You can always message me on Instagram. I'm going to write it on the description below, my Instagram link, and hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye.